What's going on, y'all? Hope y'all all doing amazing. I hope y'all all enjoyed the game yesterday, the masterclass Caitlin Clark put on. We're going to jump straight into the film, but it just feels good to know that we can enjoy a game and wake up the next day without any drama, without any investigations or nothing. We can finally enjoy good FIBA basketball. So let's jump straight into it, okay? So according to the official WNBA stats, Niara Sabali got this steal on Caitlin, which only means one thing. Natasha Cloud fouled Caitlin yet again with a no call. Just had to make my cursor bigger. Look at this. Look at her. Natasha Cloud just wiped her whole arm with no foul call. No foul call already into the, like, we're gonna run the replay back in slow-mo for y'all. Look, hand all on arm. She's grabbing Caitlin Clark's whole arm. Her whole arm, like this whole part. She's latched on like a bat hanging from a tree. Like, oh my goodness, this is bad. That the fact that she didn't even get the steal for it, it went to Sabali. So you think Caitlin Clark is just gonna throw one of the best passers, the best passer of all time, is gonna throw a pass at this trajectory to the opposing team? Yeah. Like, at this point, the referees just gotta wake up. Caitlin, like, you know what I'm saying? Caitlin Clark is paying the detriment for the referee's lack of talent, but it's cool though. You know, I would really like to know how many turnovers would Kayla have if the fouls were called correctly and easy catches were made for her from her teammates. But let's talk about Kelsey Mitchell for a second. Her speed can be her downfall at times. She uses speed in parts of the offense where you kind of supposed to slow down to find a high value shot, but Kelsey gets like a center switched onto her right here, and instead of spacing the floor to the top of the key right here, she clogs Aaliyah's driving lane, which messes up the advantage in the mismatch already being created by the screen. So look, Aaliyah screen Kelsey, right? Now, right here, you see the center immediately pick up Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell is supposed to recognize this and locate right here alongside the perimeter and see if the center is actually stunting at her or actually fully committing to the switch. So stunting is like when you're acting like you're just trying to scare or throw the offense off, right? So you got to make sure that she's just not stunting at you. So you want to relocate out here. And if Aaliyah gets Natasha Cloud sealed off, let's say they fully do switch, Aaliyah will have Natasha Cloud switched off right here in the paint. And Kelsey could just make the entry pass. Aaliyah finishes the easy layup, or Kelsey isos the center. It's a win-win. But Kelsey, when you drive like this and you bring the center downhill where Aaliyah is already going, now you're allowing Natasha Cloud to just come right back to you. You're defeating the whole purpose for the screen in the first place. You know, this is a room for improvement right here. Kelsey Mitchell turns the ball over because of this. You got to take advantage of the mismatch being created is what I'm saying. And listen, there's about only 3 players on our team that can make the great entry passes to Aaliyah Boston. Caitlin Clark, Sydney Colson, and Lexi Hall, they're probably the only 3 players that can make the entry pass to Aaliyah Boston. Maybe I'm missing one, but I doubt it due to the rarity of that skill. But when we talk about room for improvement, this is included in that. Look at this right here. Sophie Cunningham trying to make the inside pass to Aaliyah Boston, and it fails because they just don't got that synergy. They don't got that connection yet. And Aaliyah Boston wasn't even ready yet. Caitlin would have waited an extra second, or she would have passed it right here. Aaliyah Boston lost ground, and that's when Sophie wanted to throw it once Aaliyah lost the ground. You got to pass it when she already has her sealed off, or let her relocate, because now she's worried about the 3-second violation. Caitlin Clark already knows this, you know? Like, this is where... if you just rewatching the film, it's just room for improvement. You know, that's going to be a lot of the clips today. We went over a lot of the great clips yesterday. We're going to include some today, but today is just room for improvement. And if you hit the like button, I'll probably do a defensive film breakdown tomorrow. You know how I like to do it with these 3-day game breaks. But let's move on, okay? They blitz Aaliyah right here in the post, and Lexi's driving instead of spacing into the left wing. This hurts more than it helps. Look at this. Lexi's driving right now as Aaliyah Boston is being blitzed. That's Lexi's defender. Lexi, you are second in 3-point shooting right now, percentage-wise. You should be out there spacing and making them, you know, daring them to double Aaliyah, and you'll have an open 3 in the left wing. But when you dive to the paint, allowing the defense to play both of you at once, guess what happens? Aaliyah throws the turnover, because now how many FIBA jerseys is in the paint? 3. There should never, under any circumstance, be 3 jerseys in the paint outside of a shot going up and everybody crashing the glass. When we're running an action, there should never be 3 jerseys in the paint at all. We have too many floor spaces to have 3 jerseys in the paint, you know? It just won't make sense. It's why Atlanta Dream would have been smacking us left and right for the rest of the season if we kept playing this kind of basketball. Clogging the lanes when they have paint protection or just overloading in the paint. You don't want to do that. But let's move on, okay? It's bad enough that Natasha Howard don't demand space as well. But let's talk about the FIBA being up 16 points with 2 minutes left in the third quarter, right? And then you see already that deficit been wiped away. But Stephanie White puts Clark out there with Sydney Colson, Lexi Hall, Caitlin, This is the five out there: Sydney Colson, Lexi Hall, Caitlin Clark, Damaris Dantas, and Natasha Howard all being on the floor at the same time. Stephanie White tries the weirdest things at the weirdest time sometimes, and that's what erased this deficit for the Liberty. Lexi Hall driving, trying to make the entry pass to Natasha Howard, stolen because Stewie is just that tall. Like, I don't know what lineup is this right now. Stephanie White, I literally don't know what she was trying to get out of this lineup, running Natasha Howard. Like, I don't understand. It is what it is, though, you know? That was wild to me. I just had to point that one out. But let's talk about Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston. When Caitlin and Aaliyah gets this lob pass down packed, it's over for the league. You see Aaliyah Boston trying to seal off her defender. You see Caitlin Clark with the ball. She's trying to make the entry pass to Aaliyah Boston. We know she has that connection with her already, but this is a very far length. Usually they're not this far apart when Caitlin's making an entry pass. She's usually right on the line. But Aaliyah gets her sealed off, and Caitlin makes the pass, but she allows Niara Sabali to get real estate. She tries to get it back. Doesn't work, but this is something they can improve on, you know. Now let's talk about Sydney Colson, one of my favorite blue-collar girls, rarely ever doing too much with the ball, just staying poised and setting the table up for others and giving the Fever a better chance of winning with her on the floor. Do you see how open Sydney is right now? Yes, she's still about to pass this up for Kelsey, while the Liberty were on an 11-0 run right now with Caitlin off the court, as you see at the bottom of the screen. Sydney Colson is wide open. Aaliyah set the screen on Stewie. She could take this shot if you want to, and nobody will say nothing, but she's giving up a good shot for a great shot. Passes it to Kelsey, knows Kelsey is going to get it going. Kelsey drives, gets a layup. Gotta love it. Now let's talk about this for a second, all right? Sydney Colson, once again, pushing the pace, feeding off of Caitlin's gravity, finding her as she pulls off this classic logo shot from yesterday that made me and Rosalina Lee lose our mind during our live watch party. But if you didn't see already, Sydney Colson was the one that made this kick-ahead pass to Caitlin Clark. Let's run it back one more time. Sydney Colson is always pushing the pace. That's why I love Sydney, though. You know, look, she passed it to Caitlin. Caitlin from the logo C22 style. C22. Like, that one made us lose our mind yesterday. I'll include it at the end of this video, but that was crazy, all right? Sid got an assist on this three as well from Caitlin Clark. She passed it. Caitlin from the logo again. C22. My goodness. C22 just got that dog in her, you know? Now, listen, okay? Sydney, once again, finding Caitlin as she relocates for the three, caused by Caitlin's initial drive, confusing the defense. So Caitlin's initial drive was right here. Now the defense is confused. This center thinks someone else is picking up Caitlin, maybe Sab. Sab picks up Sydney Colson. Sabrina has her back turned to Caitlin as Caitlin relocates back out to the left wing for a wide open three. You never give an open shooter of her caliber an open shot. You know, I mean, a shooter of her caliber an open shot. Now let's talk about Sydney Colson. Once again, you gotta love playing with Sydney Colson because she's pushing the pace. Okay, finding Kelsey backdoor. Look at her. Sydney Colson, a couple seconds into the shot clock, finding Kelsey for the good pass. Oh my God, like. I hope I'm really showing Sydney Colson's value to this team because it's a lot of slander on her, and I understand it because a lot of people don't really dissect the game. They just go off of what they hear or what, you know, how narratives work. But then when you actually dissecting the game, you can actually see Sydney Colson is impacting the team in great ways. If she wasn't, I would have called it out. I do not let bias get in between me and film, breaking down film, okay? Especially when it's for y'all to digest. I wouldn't lead y'all astray. Now listen, okay? Dantas right here. Let's highlight Dantas. Pulling down 4 offensive rebounds this game. Can we make some noise for Dantas? A dark horse. Somebody whose production went kind of unnoticed due to being in the shadow of Caitlin's monster performance back. But let's talk about Dantas right here. Okay, let's play it. Cleaning up Natasha's point blank missed bunny. Dantas cleans it up, puts it back. Blue collar girl mentality, sticking around, sticking with it. Let's talk about Dantas again. Once again, grabbing the O board with 4 Liberty jerseys surrounding her. Look at this. Dantas misses. Oh, Lexi Hall. I'm sorry. Lexi Hall. What was it, Dantas? It was Lexi Hall. I thought it was Dantas for a second. Hold on. So this is the Miss Bunny. This is the first Dantas cleanup. Okay, so Dantas is the one that missed, and Lexi Hull's the one getting the rebound with 4 Liberty jerseys around her. Check Lexi Hull out. Okay, she's not a blue collar girl. She's not just a blue collar girl. She's the blue collar girl. Lexi Hull was the first blue collar girl on this team. Okay, now what separates stars from the superstars is this clip here. Kelsey forcing a layup, getting blocked instead of kicking out to the open corner shooter. Look at this. Kelsey could have passed out to Sophie Cunningham, but no, she takes a layup, very contested layup over Stewie. You know, And I see why they call Kelsey Mitchell dribble, but she just has to understand she got to make better court decisions. Like, I just want Kelsey to have better court awareness for the most part, okay? Not the dribble, force a shot up. I'm talking about attack and kick out. The way that teams collapse on Kelsey Mitchell, she could change the way teams defend her if she passed more. Like, the way her scouting report would be digested. If Kelsey Mitchell just learns that part of the game, look at this. Kelsey Mitchell, dribble, and forces up another shot and misses. Like, Kelsey, you have to understand you can be a superstar if you just learn this one little part, because you have all the talent. You just have to make the right decision. We know you can score, but teams sometimes are not going to let you score, and that's where you make the right read. That's what separates Caitlin Clark from the rest of these people. Like, look at this. As Lexi Hull's relocating, you have the second best all-time three-point shooter locating to the right wing, Kelsey. This will be the perfect time to make this pass. This is when teams will be like, okay, we're not going to W because you're going to pass it. But if they know, like, if I know you're not a passer and the help defender is going to cheat, and I'm the help defender, I'm going to cheat every single time to blitz you. Every time. Because I know you're a selfish player. But the minute I think that you're unselfish, I'm gonna be a little second guessing everything. All right. Now listen, sometimes I just think Kelsey Mitchell is in her head because, I just think she's in her own way sometimes, because smoking layups is something that she's not used to doing, but she's been doing a lot this season. Like, look, on the fast break, we know Kelsey Mitchell was good for this, but she smokes it. Like, she smokes it. Like, I don't know. I think Kelsey's in her head right now. I think she'll be fine. I heard a lot about Kelsey Mitchell normally starting off season slow anyways, and she picks it up as the season goes on. I seen it last year, so I'm not doubting it. But I'm telling y'all, easy layups, all right? She normally be making. She's been missing this season, but I'm going to be honest. Right here, she gives up 2 for 3. And correct me if I'm wrong, but is their coach Sandy Brondello, I think that's how you say her name, and Kelsey ear as she shoot? Look at Kelsey misses the bunny. But she relocates, catches it for a 3. And let me know if I'm wrong. But was their coach in Kelsey's ear trying to shout so she could miss? Look at the coach right here yelling in Kelsey's ear as Kelsey shoots in the corner. Am I tripping? I've never seen a coach do that, or maybe I just never paid attention, but I don't think I've ever seen a coach actually try to get engaged and throw players off their rhythm, But listen, okay, I'm telling y'all, Kelsey Mitchell had an off game yesterday, okay? But when it mattered most, she came through for us. Look at Kelsey Mitchell once again right here. Nasty crossover. I'm telling you, that girl could turn it. This is what I'm saying. Like, it's potential. She hit her with the between the legs, snatch back, boom.
Give that guy a match.
Where is she going? Side step forward, 3. Beautiful. All right, now let's talk about me and Rosalina's reaction to Caitlin Clark's master performance. I think this is it right here, baby. Oh, no. Yeah, here we go. So, Caitlin from the logo. I'm going to just deactivate my camera. If you guys enjoyed this video, smash the like button, smash the sub button. I will drop a defensive film breakdown if you guys want it. Just smash the like button and let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this one. I'm going to let y'all enjoy this. Oh, man, it's your boy Venom, and I'm officially out of here. I love y'all so much. Let's go, baby. Logo. Oh my God!
Logo. But this is why
Caitlin
I love
from the logo again! The ball. One more time. Cross. A logo again.